For as long as I remember, I've always been in a loop of worrying about the future. It sneaks in during the quiet moments, like when I'm washing the dishes or walking alone back home. My mind spirals into questions. What if this doesn't work out? What if I'm making the wrong choice? What if I regret everything? For me, it's so easy to get lost in the what ifs of life. You're taught to plan, to prepare, to strategize as if life were some intricate game of chess. And while planning has its place, I've come to realize how much it pulls me out of the present moment. I don't know how it is for you, but I'm living in a future that hasn't even happened yet, missing out on the beauty of what's right in front of me. And the worst part is that my mind always plays out the worst possible scenario. I go from 0 to 100 straight away, when there are so many other possible scenarios in between. I never think about those. I always prepare for the worst. I remember one particular day during my holidays a couple of years back when this hit me hard. I was standing on a hill at sunset and it was so beautiful, the golden light bathing everything in warmth, and my mind was elsewhere. Unfortunately, for yet another time, I was worrying about any kind of catastrophic future scenario I could imagine. And then, suddenly, as if a gust of wind snapped me out of it, I looked up, really looked, and I realized I was missing the sunset. The colors, the lights, the magic of that moment, I was there, but not really there. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we trade the certainty of the now for the uncertainty of the future? It's a habit, I think, born from fear. I have pinpointed for me that it might be fear of failure, childhood trauma, childhood conditioning creeping into my adult life, fear of not achieving, fear of nothing going as planned. It sounds really stupid, but the irony is that in trying to avoid regret, we end up creating it. The regret of not fully living, the regret of not being present. I have been reflecting on this a lot lately, especially as I've had to make some big life decisions in the last couple of years. Should I take this path or that one? What if the path that I choose leads to disappointment? The overthinking can be paralyzing. But then I remind myself, no choice is perfect. No path is free from challenges, and maybe that's okay. Maybe life isn't about finding the right path, but about walking whatever path we choose with courage and presence. A few weeks ago, I came across a phrase that's been circling in my mind ever since. It goes like this: don't miss your life while you're trying to figure it out. It's such a simple idea, but it's so profound. How many moments have I missed because I was too busy overthinking? How many sunsets I could not enjoy because I have traded for worry? How many conversations have I half listened because my mind was elsewhere? I don't want to live like that. I don't want to look back and realize I was so focused on the future that I forgot to live in the now. Life is happening right here, in the small, quiet moments, the way the sunset filters through the leaves, the laughter of a friend, the feeling of warm tea in my hands on a cold morning. These moments may seem insignificant, but they are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. I understand that now, and I value it so much more than I have in my 20s. So I've been practicing something that feels both simple and revolutionary: living in the moment. It sounds cliche, I know, but it's harder than it seems. At least it is for me, because I've been so caught up, even in enjoyable moments when I'm having dinner with friends and I enjoy myself seemingly, but then at the back of my head, I'm always worried about something and I don't let myself be fully free. It's about catching myself when my mind starts to spiral into the future and gently pulling it back into the now. Actually, my lifelong yoga practice has also helped me so much with this. It's about giving my full attention to whatever I'm doing, whether it's something mundane like folding the laundry or something beautiful like watching the stars. It's about embracing the uncertainty of life, knowing that I can't control everything and that's okay. Living in the moment doesn't mean that I've stopped planning or dreaming or making plans about the future. It doesn't mean that I've thrown caution to the wind. It just means that I'm learning to hold these dreams slightly, to not let them overshadow the present. I'm choosing to trust that I'll figure things out as I go, trust that I'm resilient enough to handle whatever comes my way, trust that life has a way of unfolding exactly as it's meant to. I think about the people I admire the most, the ones who seem to radiate joy and contentment. And I have realized that they are not the ones who have their entire future mapped out or who never make mistakes. They are the ones who are fully present, the ones who savor life, who find beauty in the ordinary, who are always there in the moment, who are brave enough to take risks and they trust the process. That's why they seem like they have it figured out. And that's what I want to be more like. I want to embrace the messiness of life, the uncertainty, the beauty. I want to live now and not in some imagined future. So here's what I've decided. I'm going to choose presence over perfection, courage over uncertainty, even if it scares me. I'm gonna choose life over fear. And when the doubts creep in, because they will, I will remind myself of that sunset, of that wind. I will remind myself that the only way to truly live is to be here now. Surely, whatever comes, I will find a way to deal with it, as I have done so many times in my life so far. All I know for sure is that I need to trust myself more. Life is short, too short to spend it worrying about things that may never happen. Let's choose to live. Let's choose now. Let's not miss our lives while we're trying to figure them out.